Hey all, thank you for tuning in again for another video devotional. Appreciate all of you taking the time out of your busy weeks, and hopefully you're inspired by these devotionals I send out. Thanks for just listening to me share my heart with you. This week, the title is They Think We Are Crazy. Kind of an interesting title, huh? This comes from 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14. The person without the Spirit does not accept the things that come from the Spirit of God, but considers them foolishness and cannot understand them because they are discerned only through the Spirit. And just thinking about that verse, talking about people that don't have Christ in their lives, people who don't follow God, they just can't understand the ways that we as believers live. They don't understand why we do what we do. Um, as I've shared in the past months, I started running again in my life. Um, April 2024 last year. I hadn't run since junior high. I'd maybe tried a couple times here and there, but was a long time. I'm now preparing for a half marathon in October. I'm very excited for it. I've done 3 5Ks so far, and I've had a lot of people just encouragement with my running. It's been a really fun experience getting back into running and preparing for this half marathon. I've just been taking a lot of time in the past months, going out and trying to figure out my pace and what I'm comfortable with, how far I can push myself. It's been a long process training for this, preparing my body for the endurance. There's been a lot of work going into this process and just figuring out how much my body can handle. Uh, but also, it's been a very rewarding experience as I go on my long runs. Just being out in nature has been great. There's a trail that is in town here, and it actually runs about 40 miles to the west of where I live, and it's been my go-to for most of my runs. My long runs. It's just I run a little bit, along some of the highways, but then I get out into this trail, and it's just great being out in nature, just being out in the woods and just running along this trail. It's just fun. Um, I have to laugh and shake my head as I come home from each run. Um, doesn't fail. Every time I come home from a long run, my wife and daughter think I'm crazy every time I run. I come in, I'm all hot and sweaty. They just think I'm nuts. They don't understand why I like it so much. A few weeks ago, my wife made a comment that totally cracked me up. After she asked me about a long run, I said it was fun. She then said, I wouldn't put fun and run in the same sentence. And I just laughed. I'm like, okay, I got it. And that's the thing. People that aren't into it, don't understand it. They don't get it. And I get that. I get that. Not everybody likes it. But it just got me thinking about it. It's something that runners get, and it's a rush to get better and better and chat about it. I love talking with people about who run. We love talking about it, and it's just one of those things that people who don't run, they don't get it. They don't understand it. They're not in that world. And I get that. I get that. And it's just funny to hear them talk about it. And as I think about about these experiences of people not getting it and thinking I'm crazy, I just think about how unbelievers look at our lives. They look at us with our faith and they don't get it. They don't understand why we follow this God that we can't see. They don't understand why we follow this faith. And they don't understand it. We talk about our experiences with God and how He's worked in our lives, and a lot of them just don't get it. They don't understand it. They can't figure it out. They're like, why? You're crazy. Why are you following this way of life? It makes absolutely no sense. And from the scripture that I shared with you, people without the Spirit, they don't understand. And they're not going to understand unless we share with them. God has called us to share with them. Yeah, some people are going to consider us wacko and crazy, maybe for the rest of our lives. It makes no sense to them why we live the way we live. They don't get it. They're around us and they're just like, man, you're just whacked out following that God stuff. And, we are called to be loving to them. We are called to show them God's love the best way we can. And even though they don't understand, it's still up to us to be faithful, to be loving, to be kind, and showing the light to the lost. no matter how they're reacting to us, we need to be proud of the quote unquote crazy life that we live for Christ and let our light shine for these people. They think we are crazy, and it's our job to continue to show them why we live a crazy life for Christ. So I just encourage all of us that, as we're living around unbelievers, a lot of the days where work or wherever we're at, out and about with the family, different experiences, let us shine for them. And yeah, they're going to think we're crazy. Um, they do. They think we're crazy. But let us show them why we're crazy for Christ. Let us just continue to shine that light, that crazy light of God. Let them see why we do what we do. It's a great life, and it's the best life ever. And I just hope that you're encouraged to shine your light, your crazy light for others to see. Take care.